My people, this video this is going to be in segments. I want you to listen to what Falaana and other activists are saying about that they are going to file a lawsuit against Babaginda. Yes, these activists that we had in Nigeria before VDM, they are now coming out speaking about IBB's book, which I think every meaningful Nigeria should be actually talking about right now, because democracy was halted in 1993. A lot of us were in college at the time. So when I mean college, now college they call it universities and polytechnics and the rest of them. A lot of us were in college at the time. So if ASU was on strike for longer than 6 months or thereabout, yes. So many activities, people's lives, people's destinies was altered at the time because of various demonstrations, unrest here and there. So Falaana, and some lawyers, some activists are now coming up. Sam Falaana was on TVC and he said that he's going to file a lawsuit against Babaginda. This is what every Nigerian should be talking about right now, not Agege with a BDM or no Agege. You understand what they talk? So I'm going to play these segments of video. It's going to be voice notes because I don't want to have I know what they call them now, copyright. I'm going to let you all listen to what Falaana and the other activists are saying, if they can actually do that, and what the law says about things like this. And a lot of people have come out to air their views, like Dr. What's his name now? Forgotten his name. He came out to air his views as well, which I carried on my platform here. If it were to be other countries, other places where we have laws work, it doesn't mean even if that person is 100 years old, even if that person don't buy, they will prosecute that person in the grave. Yes, that is how you get justice done in a well-working sector system. So for this now, for Babaginda to be telling us this, I understand that. Babaginda, according to it, because he said this before, was in that 2021 interview he had, he made mention of things like this, that his hands were tied, that even if he had not annulled Abiola's election, the June 12th election, that probably they would have been cool and probably Abiola would have been. Yes, he said that if he had not annulled the election, probably Abiola would have been fired because there would have been another coup, there would have been a coup probably that would, they would probably, maybe it would force or something and they would buy, they might not have died him at the time. And he said for him to save his life, to him, at the time, he probably thought he was doing Abiola a favor. And when Abacha came into power, Abiola was like, no, I have to go to court because I genuinely won that election. I mean, a lot of parents, young people, young adults, they all queued to vote for Abiola because they believed in the new Nigeria. Now that San Falaana and some other lawyers, activists are coming out and they're speaking up, let's see how this goes. If actually anything can be done. It's not to prosecute Babaginda. No, I'm not in that, because let's keep the past for the past. Let the past let bygone be bygone. That is what, let's start building a new Nigeria for our children, for a better Nigeria. Let's forget and forgive the past. Because if we don't forgive and forget the past, we cannot move on as a people. Yes, we cannot move on as a people if we do not forgive and forget the past. We have to, as a people, forgive and forget the past so that we can function as a country and forgive. So, make una listen. This video is a little long. Please try as much as you can to listen to this video. Thank you. Share this video, please.
Head of state has ever set up a library. What do you want to read there? You can only have a library set up by an elected president. You understand me? So I hope they will, title it well. it should be military, a former military president, whatever, library. It shouldn't just be a presidential library because you confuse people.
So General Babangida made it clear that he was military president, and there are those who debated that there is nothing like that.
No, there's nothing like that. No. You can't have a military president because a president is elected by the people. And so he said, why he chose the title in the book, why he chose the title president was that he did it in line with the suspended provision of the Constitution. That suspended provision of the Constitution did not recognize a military dictator. Every officer under that.
So where do we go from here? You say you are taking this matter to court.
Oh, I'm suing the general for engaging in the massive infringement of my fundamental human rights. I'm also challenging the malicious prosecution of my person and my colleagues.
Senator Ojo Uzokalo is saying that President Tinubu should recognize for late MK Abiola as a former president of Nigeria. Do you think that was necessary?
It's already, since 1993, he has been recognized by the people of Nigeria as an elected president. They are just these guys, who try to set the hands of the club back and just recognizing that now. And the last one is about this, they want to set up a library. No former
IBB can never repay the debt he owes. Only God will demand recompense of him because obviously those who have come after him have been even more worse than him. He annulled the election. And 32 years later, this man presumes to rewrite history by his tissues of lies. Moshood Kashimawo Olawale Abiola is no more today. He can't speak for himself. All the pernicious lies that have been told since his death to justify the annulment of the election, they were barely afterthoughts. Those who should be examples of reprobates are being nullified. We have a duty to remember, because in this land, we're becoming a land of amnesiacs. We remember nothing of consequence, but we also forget nothing that will divide. The Igbo this, Yoruba that, Fulani this, Hausa that, Ijaw that. There is always a reason to be divided. But have you seen them divided in their gathering of vultures? The road to the elections of 2023 came through 1993. It was history repeating itself 30 years later. And the only reason it stood is because other frauds had stood in the past. The ultimate expression of citizenship is the right to choose who leads you. That is the ultimate expression of citizenship. In the absence of the right to choose your leaders, you are not citizens, you are subjects. However long we travel along our current trajectory, in the absence of an urgent reverse from our current trajectory, Nigeria will be destroyed by the lies that it has deified.